Hello everyone, it's Mary and it's a beautiful day. I'm sitting out enjoying the birds singing and roses are in bloom and it's like just the right temperature, not too warm and not too cold, nice breeze. And I was just thinking, wouldn't it be great if every day could be like this? I mean, just the right mixture of birds singing and trees swaying and it's so relaxing and so peaceful. But we all know that every day can't be like this. But for a moment I thought, what if it could be? Um, I don't know. I'm just thinking that maybe I could feel this good on days when it's overcast or cloudy or a little more windy than I prefer. I don't know what you like, but I kind of like the calmer days. The wind isn't my favorite. But anyhow, what if I could feel this way on days that weren't perfect? And I think that's one of the keys of getting rid of this whole depression thing. I think it's important to realize that the day doesn't just have to happen. I mean, you just don't have to get up and because it's overcast or windy or snowing wherever you are, that doesn't mean that the day won't be a peaceful one. And I didn't realize before, until I started to really pay attention, that I was allowing my day to sort of just happen to me. I mean, if it was gray outside, if it was raining, before I even left the house, I started thinking like, well, okay, there's going to be a lot of traffic, and okay, I better leave early because people don't know how to drive in the rain, and all of that. But what if, instead of assuming the worst, I just assume the best? I mean, why not look out at the rain and think, okay, this is a change in weather. A friend of mine told me that she looks forward to the different seasons, and I was really shocked. And I said, you look forward to even like the rain? And she's like, yeah, that's variety. And I thought, that's a really good way to look at things. It's not always good and bad. It's why not enjoy the variety? Like here, I'm out here and I'm enjoying the roses. Some are pink and some are a red and some are even orange I'm looking at here and yellow. Well, it makes it a lot more attractive with the variety. And sometimes the thing that you think that you want, you actually would tire of. I mean, just think if every day was just like this one. And no, don't get me wrong, by no means do I want to be in a snowstorm or anything like that. But I find sometimes that what we focus on is what we get. What we expect is what we get. And even if it's something negative, like, oh, it's a negative day because it's overcast outside and it's going to be so much traffic, or I've even done this, I don't know if you have, but I've even done this on Fridays when I think, oh, wow, everyone's going to get off work early and there's going to be so much more traffic than usual. But what if I just said, wow, there are more people out. I can still get where I'm going safely and easily. Why not smile at some of the people? I mean, it might sound a little campy, but I think if you're fighting this whole depression thing, you have to take every opportunity to train yourself and give yourself practice in being happy. And that might be smiling at someone at the grocery store, at the bank, or, when the teller is going slow at the bank, just smiling. Or I'm sure this has happened to you. You've witnessed, sometimes I'll be at the grocery store and someone will be really rude to the checker. And I think, wow, I mean, they're really rude. And then that person walks away, but the checker is still tense. I mean, it's almost like their shoulders are so tight and tense. And then they might even be a little curt, I mean, because they've basically been told off by someone, so it might be a little curt. And why not, if you ever find yourself in that situation, why not say hi, or say more than hi, like, I know what you're going through, or that must have been a tough one, or I'm not going to do that, or I appreciate you. I was at a store one time, and the person ahead of me was so rude. And by the time I got up there, I could see that the customer service representative was kind of devastated. He was at work, but he had been abused basically by the person who was ahead of me. I mean, he was just really, really rude. So when I went up there, I just said, hi, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you. And he just started to beam. And I think that what you give, you get back. I really do think that. And so on that particular day, I had some extra happiness to spread around. So I was able to give him some encouragement, some support, some happiness. And I know that I'll get the same back when I need it. So getting rid of depression, I think, requires that you just take little steps. And I think trying to get the whole situation solved in one day, I mean, that's what got us in this situation in the first place. Trying to solve our whole life in one day. There's this funny thing that my husband and I have, and that's where, let's say we're supposed to leave the house at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we leave the house at 1:15, then my husband will encourage me to get into the car quickly, and I think that's a polite way to say it, and then he speeds down the driveway and onto the street as if our car is like this magic car that, although we're 15 minutes late, if we just go fast enough down the driveway and onto the street, then it'll make up for the 15 minutes. So it's funny, and I sit there and kind of bounce a little bit, and sometimes I'm frustrated, but I'm trying not to be as much. And so it's kind of this joke, it's like a magic car. It's going to make up for the time. And of course, we know that's ridiculous. But then I find that I do the very same thing. That I am wanting to get something accomplished, and let's say I don't get it done, then all of a sudden I try and get it all done within 30 minutes. It's like, okay, I've been lounging all morning and haven't done 3 hours worth of work, but somehow I think I'm going to get up and in 30 minutes get it all done. So I think we all kind of have those unrealistic expectations, and that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me to feel better and be better and to live better. So I encourage you, have realistic expectations about your day, not based upon if it's cloudy outside, or if your boss is going to talk to you today, or if you're looking for work, or if you have your parent-teacher conference. Don't have this negative expectation for the day. At the very least, we could look forward to the day's surprises. Maybe we could look forward to the twists and turns of the day. It's so funny. Sometimes I think about if I were a character in the Bible or in a movie or something like that, what would she do next? What would Mary do next? Let's see. It's overcast today. Will she decide it's going to be a miserable day? Or will she decide